Will we see Dr. Loomis in Halloween Ends? You know I want to. Let's talk about it.
Lock your doors, bolt your windows, and turn off the lights. Make sure the kids are safe at home, cause you're headed to the Night Watch Zone.
Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about something that's been really weighing in on my mind about possibilities for Halloween Ends. Um, for me, a highlight of this entire franchise has always been the character of Dr. Loomis, played wonderfully by the late great Donald Pleasance. And we've seen, these little breadcrumbs from that character in 2018, and also the fabulous recreation scene in Kills. So when I question, will we see something of the character in Halloween Ends, I just feel like it's gotta happen, right? I mean, I keep thinking, they have had his presence felt in both of the previous movies. So why wouldn't they do that in Halloween Ends? This is the last movie, the final chapter, and all this type of stuff. But how would they have the character be a part of this movie? They could do, again, it could be something that's similar to 2018, whether it's audio, but I'm really hoping that we get a flashback. To me, what would be really, really cool is maybe some type of flashback that continues from what we saw in Kills. After Michael is caught, after he's apprehended, maybe it could be a scene where Michael and Loomis are at Smith's Grove, and there's some interaction. It doesn't have to be anything that's very extensive. A lot of times less is more, and that's very true in the Halloween movies, and especially in 78 and in these new movies. But something that would kind of parallel to what we're going to be dealing with in Ends, especially, if we're dealing with the elements of Corey Cunningham and the elements of Glass Hill, and obviously Laurie coming to terms with the boogeyman and kind of putting it to the side so that she can live her life now. I think it would be a really good contrast. Um, but what are the chances of that happening? Well, I think those chances are, fairly good. I would say the chances are at least 60% or so of happening. Because again, I think that they're going to continue to show the importance of this character, and the interactions that he had with Michael and what that meant. I mean, at the end of the day, whatever happens, and we've talked about what the ending is going to be, who lives, who dies. I really think that Loomis is going to have some type of shadow over that. Maybe something to give folks, maybe something that will give the characters of Laurie and Allison and Hawkins some guidance, and maybe something that will help give them inspiration. I just think that not only does that make sense for the story, and not only does it follow in line with the previous two movies, but I also think it'd be a really great tip of the hat to the character of Loomis and to Donald Pleasance. The thing about the recreation scene from Halloween Kills is that it was done so well. And I think even people that were not big fans of Kills, I think they agree that the recreation scene was done really, really well. You really believed that Donald was there in those scenes, and it was all done with practical, makeup and prosthetics, no CGI. So I think that again, it's a really good possibility, and this also will tie in with Hawkins. They brought Hawkins back from 2018 for a reason. Now, some people have speculated, well, it was to, have that little arc and kills and to be, there with Lori in the hospital and to kind of break the news that, hey, it isn't about you. And I know, and this is why, because, of his backstory with Michael. But something tells me that there's going to be more that Hawkins is going to have to do or have in ends to do, because it just would make more sense. You've got an actor like Will Patton who definitely has, great capabilities, is a great actor and so forth. So anyways, I just think that all things point to a flashback scene, and also having Loomis involved in that flashback scene. It just makes total sense to me. I'm really, really hoping that it happens, and I think it's a really good percentage to do. I really think it's going to be about 60% that it's going to happen. That's maybe that's just the fan in me that wants to see it, which is very, very true. But I think it also does add to the story, because you have this time gap, and you have Lori, and she's, coming to terms with everything. And, we haven't even really touched upon the whole fallout of Karen dying. So I think that, she's writing these memoirs, and trying to come to grips with the boogeyman. Well, she's got to start back with the events that happened in 78. So, there's a lot of different ways that you can incorporate Dr. Loomis back into this story, whether it's a flashback, whether it's something that's audio, whether just doing the voiceover for Loomis, which again, that was just fantastic, the way that they were able to recreate, um, you know, Dr. Loomis. And like I said, I just think that it would be something that would really enhance the movie. It would definitely give it that extra layer, that we would really, really enjoy as a fan base. And like I said, myself, I would too. But what do you guys think? Do you think that there's a chance that Loomis will return in Halloween Ends? And I don't mean physically, but what I mean is in a flashback, a scene like they had in Kills, or maybe something that's in audio form. And specifically, what will it be about? I really think, again, showing a flashback to Loomis and Michael in Smith's Grove, dealing with Michael and being, captured again, because, that also will tie back to a lot of things that we've seen in these movies. It'll tie back to 2018, and things that Sartain talked about, and the connection that they had, because Sartain obviously was a fan of Loomis. So I think that these are things that really, really have a high percentage chance of happening. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Please give the video a like, because that would help support the channel, and I'd really appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to the Nightwatch Zone, what are you doing? This is the time to do it. And man, we are getting closer and closer to Halloween Ends. I can't believe it, but it's almost here. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace.